Good music. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our half birthday. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Bench, where we take you behind, above, and beyond the repair bench here at Heid Music. What day is today? It's our half birthday. What a day for a half birthday. Let's all have some bundt cake. We got bundt cakes for our half birthday. Yay! We did it. We made it to 26 streams. Nothing bundt cake. You know, people in the chat saying, you got to start off with a good pun. Nothing bundt cakes. We're going to start off with one right here. Good, gracious, good gravy. What a day. It's a great day to be alive. The sun's still shining when I close my eyes.
And when you open them, it's not.
I forgot the second part of that part. It's a great day to be alive. Hard times in the neighborhood. Anyways, good morning, everyone. Chat is popping. Do my eyes deceive me? But there are some names in this chat that I have not seen in a while. Azura Gaming, hello, good morning. Leah, hello, good morning. I hope your tires are okay. Deb, hello. Justin, is that Biggie KK? Is that really? Good morning, hello. Anil, Cameron, what a great day to start the day. Brother, hello. Hello, everyone. It's our half birthday. Aaron, what's a dad joke? You are 80% dad joke. I know this. Seth, good morning. Don, Michael, Jinx, Chris. Oh my gosh, what a day. T, it's our half birthday, T. We're streaming. Good morning. T, you want to say hello to the chat, to the stream? T, our road rep is here.
Good morning, guys. This guy is awesome. He knows a lot. I need your tutorage. Show me how to do things, man. Thank you, guys.
T's awesome.
Great
T's
job.
awesome. He keeps everything moving. Tires are emotionally unstable. Well, you know, they'll keep rolling. Not my best. Not my best. Listen, I'm a little tired. Oh, boom! Came back, struck out on the first, home run on the second. Here we go. Half birthday. Here we go. Ha ha! Woohoo! That's a new sound I think I'm going to bring in. Woohoo! That's like, are you sure? You want that sound to be here? Oh, jeez. Jeeves, hello. Oh, yes, it's our 26th stream, and I mean I'm no geologist, but I'm pretty sure half of 52 is 26. So I think this is our half birthday. Yeah, math. So we're celebrating. It's our half birthday. 26th stream, consecutive, which I think is pretty cool, pretty impressive. Some of those, be honest, some of those streams, there was a lot going against us to say, are you sure you want to stream today? Sure you want to hit 26 consecutive? But Beanzo boys, we got there. Keep her going, keep her good, and we did it. So yeah, excited today. Couple surprises, couple cool things happening, but we'll get there when we get there. But I gotta ask, what are you drinking? You know what? I thought I'd celebrate. One, because my other mugs were dirty, and two, I thought I'd bring it back to the classic Star Wars mug, my oldest mug. So, moving on to solid food now. Oh, okay, the stream. I got you. I thought, like, Aaron, are you sick? You never told me you were sick. What's going on? Are you okay, bud? Do I need to come over with some chicken noodle soup? I'll do it. But yeah, this is, I tried to play it off like it was some sort of special thing that I brought my Star Wars mug, but really I haven't done dishes enough to, I'm sorry. I thought I'd be cool, but I'm just lazy and I didn't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyways, Fond Familiar coffee is in here. It's delicious. I thought I just got my bag of Fond Familiar. Turns out it's the old one and my new one's coming, so I got to drink through this. So coffee, coffee, coffee! Karuba coffee vanilla latte with oat milk. Thank you for asking. Thank you for telling me. Yes. Woo. All right. Yeah, so we got bundt cake. Nothing bundt cake. We got one here at the Green Bay location of Heid Music. Literally, like we were in this like kind of, I don't know, strip mall kind of thing, right? Businesses all connected together, and just across the way, like walkable, 4 businesses down. So, got one of those for everyone here in the shop. I have, we'll do a little share and tell. Share and tell? Show and tell is the word? Yeah. I think I like to say share and tell. That's the new way. I'll start, but we'll share and tell what everyone got when it's their turn. But I got my favorite, strawberries and cream. I like a more, you know, like the fruity flavors, I suppose. Chocolate's fine, but I just like those, you know. Strawberries and cream, that's good. Kayla, yes, thank you. Yes, you can have some. Here. There you go. Take a bite. Have a bite. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. We should chat more. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for the half birthday wish. It's a fun time. We're having a good time here. The stream's come a long way. Thank you all for being here, and thanks for getting us this far. It's been a lot. I'm not gonna get emotional. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna do it. It's just a repair stream. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. On the docket for repair on my bench is 2 up front. Is 1, we are gonna do a flute, because what's a behind the bench if not doing a flute, because we have so many flutes to do. So we'll do one, but this should be fast. It's a quick one, so we'll do a fast flute. And then we have something new, something special, something unique, something we haven't done on stream yet, a bari sax. A very special bari sax, because we're gonna fix a mistake that Molly did. Not really her fault. She was doing a soldering job on a bari sax, helping me out. A lyre holder. It was she did just fine job, but just got a little wayward with the flame, burnt a pad. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, that's what smelled yesterday. Yeah, so we're gonna just replace that bari sax pad. Yeah, everyone did. Yeah. Yeah, we got calls from next door saying, "What's that smell?" Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Calm down, Ronnie. Calm down. Everything's fine. So we're gonna replace that. It's okay. It's okay. It's my fault. The cover and stuff. I got to you a little too late on it. Everything's fine. But I told you I was gonna do it on stream, and I told you I was gonna make fun of you, and you said that's fine.
Doesn't mean I can't complain.
Yeah, I know. It's true. It's true. All of this, everything here that's happening, it's all happening with consent. All right. Should we get started, or should we just make fun of Molly more? Yeah, you can come be an apprentice with me, and I'll make fun of you when you make a mistake. On stream in front of tens of people. It's in your contract.
I said it wasn't in my contract.
It will be on everyone else's moving forward. All right. Okay. Shall we get started, folks? Should we start with the flute and just get it done and over with, because that's how I feel? Just like, ugh, yeah. Or should we do the bari sax? I kind of want to get the flute done and over with. Although I have the camera set up for the bari sax. Should we do the bari sax first? Although I don't have the leak light for the bari sax. Oh, choices. Of course, 26 streams in and I'm not fully set up and ready to go. Imagine that. Apparently that's my Joker laugh. Fun story. So here, oh, we're not gonna repair anything. Typical, right? Fun story. So we have like I'm trying to get my son Cody to eat more different foods because all he eats is just like chicken nuggets. He eats like Molly, mac and cheese, cheese pizza, grilled cheese. That's it, right? I'm trying to get him to branch out, eat more foods, right? Tried barbecue chicken, love that. That was great. So we have like a little check system, a reward system. Hey, if you try new foods and you give it an actual effort, right? You'll get more things. You get 5 checks. You get 5 foods that you actually try and you like. You get a new video game. That's his thing, a new Switch game. So he got his 5 checks, and the game that he got, he picked it. I had no input, and that's important because the game was on sale, full game for $7.99. Score for me, because I'm okay. I'm so desperate for you to try new foods that I'm okay if it's like a brand new release game. I'll pay that. But it was on sale, $7.99. I told him too, I'm like, Cody, this is an excellent choice because it's on sale for 90% off for $7.99 or whatever it was. You saved a ton of money. And I very, very much encouraged that too. But it was Lego DC villains. So he's been playing a lot of Joker and all this stuff. And it's the Mark Hamill voices the Joker in this game because he voices a lot of the Jokers in the animated series too. So very good. And I told him that. I'm like, did you know that's Luke Skywalker? And he was like, no, it's not. It's the Joker. He couldn't quite wrap his head around. So we had a conversation. But anyways, unrelated, because the Joker laugh I did was more like the creepy, weird Jared Leto Joker. Anyways, should we repair something? Let's go for it. We're going to do the berry sacks. So we have our wonderful snack stand here. Excuse me. Hey, camera, you want to follow? Hi, thanks. So when we do berry saxes in our saxophone stand, we have to get different attachments for it. The other one, where'd I put it? Here it is like this. It has that L arm, and that attaches into the neck of the saxophone for the alto and tenor. For the berry's so long and the neck of the berry swoops around. It's a straight neck attachment. Also, the cradle down here is larger, so it's different attachments. And then for a soprano, it's a different set of attachments as well, but I actually don't own those. Yet, I have a lead on a new stand. So, we got a berry sax. Wah, 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 wah. So how we put this in is very similar to anything else. We're gonna cradle the bell in here, and then we're gonna put the neck tenon up here. And I might have to do some camera adjustment to get this to fit, okay? So I apologize if we get a little movement on the camera, but gotta do what you gotta do. It's just, it's a big horn, and it's a little camera. One day we'll get one of those big old, nice like wide lens cameras. I don't know if anyone's got like suggestions for what kind of camera I need. I'd love it to just like be up top and get like be able to zoom in but wide lens, Like what camera do I need? I want it. Yeah, I gotta move this a little bit. All right, apologies, because I'm gonna be working up here, so I'm hoping I can make this work. Maybe not. That's about as good as I can get, I think. Yeah. All right, so that's as good as I can do. Up here is where we're going. Yeah. All right. Well, that's what we can do. All right. I got to go get my leak lights. I'm going to freeze my camera. 1 second. Adam, away. Whew. Hey, hurry up, Adam. you're off camera. The longer you're off camera, the more disinterested the people are. And if you're off camera for, I think, 15 seconds, they'll all lose interest and leave. Hurry up. Okay. All right, he's back. Whew. Good thing I muted my mic and no one heard that. All right, everyone, I'm back. So I got my leak light. I don't think I've actually showed you this. So I've got a third leak light, a fourth, actually. I think you've seen the other one. This one is a flexible leak light, meaning it flexes. Ooh, ooh, wow. Jeeves, good to see you. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. So it turns on and it moves and flexes, which is nice because there's a lot of curves and bends, right? This one is broken. There's part of it that's out. I know I can contact the company and get it replaced. I just haven't yet, and I should. Sorry. All right. So what I do is if you look here, let's see if I can, where would this come in? Nowhere I want it to be. Yeah. Okay. Zooms don't work. So what I do is I feed this in through one of the lower tone holes. Fits in perfect. I just put it in and I just feed it up through the instrument. And now it'll light up right where I need it to be, right up here. And again, I apologize, the camera angles, my camera stand, all that stuff is set up kind of wonky up here. But so this is the pad that is off, okay? It needs to be replaced. It's right here. And as you can see, uh-oh, Molly, you're not supposed to burn the pad. Wah, 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 wah. So we're gonna replace that. Honestly, it happens. I mean, I've done it. Techs, if you're brave, any repair techs in the chat, if you're brave, feel free to raise your hand and say you've done it. I've done it. I've done it to corks, felts, pads. This is not a thing that was like, oh, look at that. I mean, I haven't done it recently, but actually that's not true. I have burned a cork recently. You just replace it. Hand raised, Don. Yeah, it happens. Is what it is. Molly, where is my torch? Oh, here it is. All right, so off camera, because I'm such a noob at this. Come on, Adam. Jeez, God, get it together. 26 streams. You're gonna just, come on. Just, God, learn how to do your, just one day, just do good. All right, so again, I'm taking big pokey, putting it into the pad, okay? And then with that, I put down a little backward pressure, take my heat source, okay? And then as I heat the back of the pad, it's gonna heat up the glue. Look at my camera. Come on, man. This is just an absolute mess. As I heat up the back of the cup, it will, as the glue heats up, it will release the pad, or just the poker will fly out. Jeez. Maybe this is why no one else wants this stream repair, because when nothing goes right, whoo. Just a little bit in there, which is totally fine. You heat that up, you clean it out. Bang, bang, boom. What is wrong with you, camera? Jeez. Please, friend. We can be friends. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? There, okay. Why don't you just stay right there? Yeah, you're good. All right, so now that I have this removed, I am going to go get a new one off camera. Here I go. Whoosh. All right, go fast. There's so much going wrong, Adam. You gotta like really, don't dilly-dally, you know, like your camera's getting all messed up. Like everyone's just like, wow, 26 streams, really, Adam? Jeez. I Everyone's probably like, wow, he's really losing it. Camera goes crazy one more time. All right, and I'm back. Okay. So I got the new pad. Okay. So I'm going to glue this in. So fits right in there, just like that. Look at that. No burn marks. Molly. What?
My mom just.
Your mom's here? Hi. Where's my coffee? All right, so what we'll do is I've got my glue stick here, my flame right here. Gonna heat up the glue and just paint it on the back of the pad. Heat up the glue, paint it on the back. Heat and glue, paint and back. Again, when you see me go back and forth with the glue, it does leave little strings, and if I were to just pull it away, those strings of glue would just get everywhere. It's like almost as annoying as glitter, as it were. One of the things I hate pretty much entirely with my whole heart. I hate glitter. Now that there's glue on the pad, I will heat up the pad cup, like so. Put the pad inside. And with the cup heated, it will heat up the glue, and I give it not a ton of pressure on the pad, just a little bit, and give it a twist. That will help evenly spread out the glue. And there we go. Hello, good morning, Lindsay. Sorry I haven't seen the chat too much. A couple things have been going wacky. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, and I definitely haven't been having meltdowns off camera with my mic muted, because I've been muting my mic off camera. I definitely have been doing that. All right, so now that that's happened, so we're going to be working up here, up on the, is it the left of your screen? Sometimes it's kind of weird. I don't know where the screen, is it the left up here? Am I pointing to the left on the screen? Can you see it? Okay. It's not mirrored? Okay. It's hard to tell sometimes. And all we're going to do is we're going to simply put the key on and heat it and seat it. Heat it and seat it. Don't know why that was funny, but here we are. Heat it, seat it, get it going. Key on. Oh. Almost forgot something. Oil. Need to put a drop of oil. Let's clean out that hinge rod. I'm sure Molly did, but let's be sure. Oh yeah, that's clean. Trained her well. Drop of oil inside of the hinge tube. So this is a medium key oil. So all we're gonna do is just get a drop at the edge of that. Come on, just like that. You can see the edge, and that's just going to go inside there. And it's at the point where the hinge rod will be going into the tube, and it will spread the oil throughout the rest of it. I think I saw a question, did I see the new Superman? No, I really want to. I heard it's pretty good. Maybe soon, although my life's a little wacky, so sometimes I see those when they hit streaming. Is it good, Don? Did you see it? New Superman? All right. Now, I'm going to take my heat torch, bring it on over. So it's happening up here. Unfortunately, I can't show you a good angle and get it, so I'll try to describe it here. All I'm doing simply is giving my heat torch to it, And that's heating up the cup, which is heating up the glue, which will float the pad to the tone hole. This is a spring shut key, so they're typically easier to float closed, but what I'm looking for is I don't want any what I call sunrise, sunset when I open and close the key. Right. When I push it open, when I see light, I want it to be all or none. I need to do slight adjustment, but let's get it all the way heated. There we go. Oh, there we go. Let it cool down a moment. Make a slight adjustment. There we go. Oh, that's pretty good, eh? Oh, crumbs. Yeah, I heard it's pretty good. I heard it's pretty good. All right, well, that's cooling. Let's put this other key on, which should be all set. And then this will be ready to go. And maybe it'll be time for everyone's favorite segment. The real reason everyone's here. The Molly Minute. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Sorry. There we go. Hook that spring. There. And with that, another instrument finished. Let that glue dry. Not dry, cool off. Adam. I'm fine. I'm not flustered. Cool. That's great. All right, we made it through. Yes.
I don't know what you. I did what you know. What, did I put it in the wrong way? I put it in the wrong way, didn't I? That's why I was
Anyways.
I don't play saxophone.
Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. I just had to give Molly a long, hard stare. All right, so this is done, so I'll take it off and put it away. Put it in its case. Get ready for the next one. But I think it's time for everyone's favorite segment. You all ready? You all ready? I think everyone should sing the theme song in their head as it happens. Yeah? Are you ready, Molly? Okay, here we go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring!
Hello. Adam was looking at me funny because apparently I put a saxophone screw in wrong. What is it? The neck screw? The neck screw. I don't play saxophone. I play literally every single instrument except for saxophone. Huh? I've played oboe. I can kind of play oboe, not bassoon. But, so I don't know how saxophones work. That's not my wheelhouse. What do I have? I have a clarinet. It's a veto clarinet. This is from a school, and it needed all 3 tenon corks replaced. So I already put one of them on there, and I got the other one ready. But how I kind of handle when all 3 need to be replaced, like in a repad or in this situation, I'll do, so the top joint has 2 tenon cork places on it. So I'll start one of these and like measure it and then get it ready, put the glue on. Then while that's drying, I'll start the bottom joint one. And then once I've got all the glue on there and that's drying, I'll put the first one on that I did, and then I'll start the second one. And then once I'm done with that, put that one on. So it's kind of like process, and so I'm not wasting time, and so I'm doing it as efficiently as I can. So we're gonna do this last tenon cork together and let this other one dry. I got my fancy ruler here. It's not fancy, but it's a ruler. and I just measure how long of a cork I need. Try to memorize where that line actually is. And then I just line it up on the cork. Mark with my razor blade where I need it to be. If I can remember where I need it to be. Keep losing the spot. And then I line up my ruler to those 2 marks and carefully cut it and then see how well we did. We did pretty well, actually. Need to... Where's my sanding stick? Adam, did you take my sanding stick?
Solid. Solid. I like it.
Adam took my sanding stick. I actually don't know.
You pulled me.
Did you actually take my sanding stick?
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, I'm blind. It's okay. My immediate thought was blame Adam.
You are learning from me.
If Adam has taught me anything, it's blame him. Blame somebody else. See how well we did here? It fits like perfectly. Pretty much perfectly. And that's amazing. I measured it so well. I remember the days when I would be so off in measuring and it'd take me like forever just to sand it down to get it to fit. And now, it's so easy. Or it's not easy, but I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at things, Adam. I don't think he believes me. This is the way. Yes, this is the way of the technician. I cut a little start of a bevel here on the side, and then I'm just gonna sand the rest of it. So we had a discussion about this a while ago with all the technicians. We all kind of do things a little differently. And some people just cut a bevel and don't sand it. Some people just sand it. Some people cut it and then sand it. I think Don and I just, we do it basically the same. Like tenon cork, we basically do tenon corks the same. And it's just very interesting to see how we all do it differently. And even though I learned how to do this from Adam, I do it differently than Adam does, kind of. Yeah, which is fine, but it's because I learned from everybody and kind of decided what I wanted to do, and which was easiest for me. And that's kind of something cool about this trade is you're all fixing the same things, but you can do them differently and it still works the same. You know how like when you were in school and like your math teacher told you there was only one way to do something? I hated that. So I got a job where there's multiple ways to do something and I can just decide which way I want to do it. Alrighty, now that we've got that bevel, I'm gonna just check again to make sure that cork fits on there. And then I take my broken drumstick and I'm gonna roll this out just so it doesn't crack on me when I try to put it on here. I'm gonna wipe this down quick so we don't have anything on here when we put the glue on. And then we put our cork cement on here and we let it dry. Because if we don't let it dry, it's not gonna stick well. And we don't want to have to do this again. So we're gonna let it dry after we put it on here. And so we can get these tenon corks on there and it'll be all nice and dandy. All nice and dandy, that's what it said, right? That's how it goes?
Sure.
That's how the saying goes? Pretty sure that's how it goes. I don't know. My generation doesn't have any cool sayings, so I had to learn from older generations. I said older, not old. I didn't call you old, I said older. You are technically older, but I didn't say old. Look, everybody's older than me here, so. Just keep digging. I know, I'm kind of digging myself a hole here. So yeah, that's how we do these tanning corks. I'm sure I've done a lot of these tanning corks, but I also wanted to show you guys how to do a pad on a clarinet, because Adam did a pad on a, what's that called? A saxophone. That thing. Like I said, I don't do saxophone. Yet. I will one day. I don't fix saxophones, not yet. It's fine. My brother, who plays saxophone, is at camp and asked me to fix some of his pads, and I said, no, I can't do that. And he's like, but you're a technician. I'm like, yes, but I'm still learning, and I would probably make it worse. And he couldn't understand that I would probably make it worse. So I'm heating up the glue, putting just enough of glue on here. Don't put as much glue as you do on a saxophone pad. I've been told if you got enough glue on that saxophone pad, it'll work. Don't want to put too much glue on here, or else we'll have to deal with it later when we're heating up the pad. Don't drop the pad like I just did, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. And I do the same thing, I just heat up the pad cup a little bit, so that when I put pad in there, the glue dries, and I can just twist it around, make sure the glue is evenly on there, so that it'll stay and be all fine and dandy. That's what I'm gonna say from now on, fine and dandy. And yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on. Oh yeah, I've been doing clarinets now because I'm ahead on my brass stuff. So I'm helping Adam out because we got a lot of stuff. It's summer. So I'm helping out with all the clarinets. Most of the clarinets. A lot of the clarinets. I think Tuesday was clarinet day. So I'm helping out with clarinets now, which I like clarinets. Out of the woodwinds, it's my favorite. Out of the two woodwinds I can do, it's my favorite between clarinet and flute. No, clarinet's very, I don't know, calming?
Show and share.
Oh yeah, show and share. I have a chocolate chip because I love chocolate. It's not a problem, but it's okay. No, I do, I love these. These chocolate ones are really good. I love chocolate. Chocolate. Because it's our half birthday. Yeah, I'm done.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring! Dings in the chat for Molly. She's doing great. 26 episodes, 26 Molly Minutes. I think from the beginning you did a Molly Minute, right? Was it the first one, I think, even?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's been fun. From the very beginning when we did the pilot episode even, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just threw it at you, I think. Yeah, that's been fun. Yeah, well, that's been good. Yeah, dings in the chat for Molly. She's great. She's coming along. She's doing awesome. She's going to take over the Green Bay shop at some point. I hope. That's the plan. I'm going to retire at 40. That's what I hope. Win the lottery, get out of here. Yeah. So you better hurry up. That sometimes you kind of get on like a thought stream and you just kind of keep talking. But anyways, You know, I'm not quite ready to get on the bench yet. I think I still want more of a break. It's, you know, it's a half birthday. I feel like I did half the stream. I feel like I should get half a break, right? I feel like we should maybe, I don't know, I'm not ready yet. Should we do another Molly Minute? We don't have nothing else to talk about. What if we did a Molly Minute featuring someone else? What if we did a Molly Minute featuring our guitar tech? What if we did a Molly Minute featuring Matt? We really need a new transition now. But we're gonna do a Molly Minute featuring Matt, some guitar stuff. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute featuring Matt. Shift. Transition. Here's the mic.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Matt, and I work on these, and occasionally there's stuff inside them, but some nice plexi. Anyway, so I had the unique opportunity of being able to make 3 different bridges for basically 3 of the same guitar this week. They're all basically Gibson Epiphone, like small-bodied shape guitars, either an LGO, B25. There's a Epiphone Caballero or something underneath here. It's a common repair, not common to get 3 at once, and I honestly haven't had to do one in a while, but in the world of Gibson acoustics, there's a lot of people that replace these plastic bridges that came with them for wooden bridges. The plastic bridge, and here's a rosewood one, but still some of the same flaws. They were super popular back in the day. They put them on a lot of budget-ish line student guitars that are now popular, and they just fail. They're plastic. There's a handful of hardware that holds them together. All of it gets loose and rattles. Fairly poor tone transfer or string vibration transfer into the top. Sometimes the saddles were like porcelain, sometimes they were wood. They were fine at the time, and then they all failed eventually. So they cause the tops to buckle. Sometimes they just pull out. The bridge acts as another like embrace on the top of the instrument to help keep its shape. And when it's plastic and only has like 3 sheet metal screws holding it to the top, it is not very sturdy. So if you can kind of see the nice little smiley face that eventually is formed, whereas like a rosewood version of a Gibson adjustable bridge is still fairly flat. So even with the same kind of flawed adjustable saddle setup, the gluing a piece of rosewood at the top does a lot more than a wimpy, foldy piece of plastic. Not to say that they sound bad necessarily. People like all sorts of different sounds for different reasons, but structurally, just not how you should build a guitar anymore. So all these 3 guitars that I have had a dome top. The bridges were kind of pulling up. One of them has some finish damage from it scooting forward. A lot of the bridge plates on the inside. There's another section of wood underneath to help protect the top from the balls ends of strings. Some of those were warped. I had to replace one of them. It was just too far gone. The top was too damaged. Luckily, it was just one. It can be kind of a painful process. But I got the opportunity to make a wooden bridge for these 3 guitars, and already they sound great. Just kind of talking through that process. First step, figure out what material you should make the bridge out of. There's another guitar in back I started making an ebony bridge for, realized it should have had a rosewood bridge, and it had already been switched out before me. So I got to make an entirely another rosewood bridge for a 4th instrument. So I got a spare. So step 1, figure out what you should be making it out of. Step 2, I always like to, and I'm going to lose track of the number of steps, so we're going to start using letters and whatnot as well. So step C, figuring out your template. All these footprints are very similar. These two are essentially the same, difference being an adjustable saddle and a fixed saddle. So I kind of patterned them after this rosewood one, since its edges are nice and crisp, a good solid footprint. So I would line it up on the top of a guitar and take a tracing, usually out of, I put a piece of tape down, slice around it so I get the outline. What I wanted to do is add some material behind the string holes. They're awfully close to the edge, which doesn't offer a lot of support. And again, handling the tension of strings through the top. So I lengthened the back of all of these, got the 3 guitars together and made sure that template was gonna fit everything, cover all the footprints from the different bridges. I don't wanna leave any bare wood hanging out. I don't wanna have to do any touch-up work because it's really hard on a sunburst and old guitars. And then you make it out of MDF. I like MDF because it's nice and soft to work with. Plywood gets a little weird to sand. Acrylic is fine, but it's a little too hard to manipulate. And MDF is nice and light and is very cheap, so I can make them over if I have to. So I'll duplicate kind of the best string holes onto the MDF, any other sort of critical holes that need to be in the final product, and I'll use that to make blanks. So all my blanks start as just a rectangle of either rosewood or ebony. I'll double stick tape the template to it, get a rough shape, and then I'll take it to my wonderful sanding station.
Do you use the MDF as a template?
Template, yeah.
Okay, so you don't use that for those are just what you use for making them.
Yeah, exactly.
As a template.
Yeah, just as a
Make it out of
template.
Your actual material, rosewood or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so that so I know where and I'll leave it attached almost the entire process. This one I tried putting blue Sharpie around so I could see when I'm sanding in past where I want to go. And so if the blue's coming off on here, stop. And there's a little bit of blue missing, but the templates are oversized. So even if I'm, yeah, exactly, yeah. And there's margin for error. Make everything just slightly bigger. Yeah. So once the template's on, I'll cut it out on the bandsaw and then take it to my sanding station that I put in the drill press. It allows me to put basically a sanding drum in. It kind of sits in here and rotates. So you can feed your wood in and you have a nice little fence that you can adjust and everything comes out super crispy and exactly how it should be. I'm kind of bummed I didn't get to use this other ebony bridge. It's probably the nicest one I ever made. The corners on top are really sharp. There's some good contouring on the back. I'm very proud of it. Hopefully I get to use it on another guitar. Before I had the sanding station, I'd use just like a regular belt sander, like a station, and nothing ever turned out nearly that good. So it's a huge upgrade for me, and yeah, really like it. So once you get your bridge blank made to this point, it's mostly, you could pass it off as a finished product. There's no sanding marks, it's smooth. We'll clean it up later. But then you glue it to the top. I use Heid glue on older instruments, especially when there was used originally, and PVA like tight bond style glue on everything else where it just doesn't matter as much. So you glue the bridge down, make a saddle for it, saddle slot first, which is a whole fun process on its own. And that's kind of how you want your saddle, like part of the guitar, especially if there's not a pickup in it underneath. A nice tight fit. If your saddle is sloppy, it'll put too much pressure on the front of the bridge, and that's what happened to this one. It initially came in because it was broken, and it's not repairable. I've tried epoxying them. People can do it on super valuable vintage instruments, but for a lowly Gibson B25 with an adjustable bridge, it's just not the solution. So we take our bone blanks and thickness them. We'll measure the thickness of your saddle slot. Usually on a Gibson, it's about 1/8 of an inch. So that's what I try to go for. And it's just a bunch of sanding on our bench stone and thicknessing and getting it really smooth and perfect. And it is just about the most annoying process, or part of the process. I was dealing with some really irregular blanks, so I made like 3 of these before I got in the groove and actually made one that fit well. So for other projects that need a little bit thinner saddle. So then I string it up. I already took it apart for this portion of the cooking show format. You string it up, see where the strings lie, and mark out where you want to adjust the saddle to. So I'm doing compensated saddles for all of these. I don't know if you can see I'll mark the top where I want kind of the contours to go. Some people like to measure that out in like super fine granular detail, and it is generally comes out to like the same-ish approximate shape. So I just do that. I haven't had a customer yet that had that good of an ear where they can really tell the intonation on their acoustic saddle. Someday I'll end up doing it, but for right now, I'm taking the quicker, more uniform way out. So this is still a flat blank. I guess I should say, at first we radius the top of the saddle. So we'll grab our radius gauge, pretending this is our saddle blank. We'll strike that line. Gibsons generally have a 12-inch radius on the fretboard, so that's what we put on the saddle. So we'll take that to the sander, make it that 12-inch radius nice and smooth, and have a very good start for compensating the saddle. So because all these strings are tuned to different pitches, they're different thicknesses, on the wound ones, the cores are all different sizes, we need to make up for that in the saddle. On electric guitars, that's why they have all the little pieces that move backward and forward. On acoustic, because the saddle is just one big piece of whatever, we have to do our best to approximate that intonation. Some people don't like to use the word intonation to describe this. They'll say string length compensation. Those are the people that measure it out. Since I don't do that, I'm fine with saying intonation. So again, we have it marked out. We have our radius on the top. Everything's a little bit taller than it needs to be, so we can have a little bit of wiggle room at the end. All right, we're just going to do this. So we take our saddle, put it in our vise. This vise usually goes in a larger vise when I'm at my regular bench. It's always good to have a vise for your vise, just to show off that you're a professional, you know? Can't be messing around with clamps. Got to buy more stuff. So you just start hacking away at it, pretty much. You find, like Molly was saying earlier, everyone does stuff a little bit differently. You have to find the method that's right for you, as long as you get to the correct answer. So I like to start with this little sideways notch for the B string, the coarse file. I like a little, when I'm done, there's like a little lightning bolt thing that's kind of fun. It looks cool, but it serves no function other than looking cool. And sometimes it's okay. Pencil on the top of the whole surface lets you know what you haven't removed yet. And so when I'm done, there should be a nice little snake of pencil mark along the whole top that shows, you know, what we compensated. One thing I learned is you have to really round the edge where the
Can I bring this down?
oh yeah.
No, can I bring the camera down?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Say sorry for shaky camera.
Sorry for shaky camera. You have to make sure you round your edges so the string breaks over a nice round surface, a flat, smooth surface.
How's it look,
I
Molly?
learned that later after some of my own saddles I made for my guitars were kind of wearing out. Initially, or originally, when they were making acoustics, they didn't do this. They just rounded it over nice and smooth. Eventually, builders started compensating saddles to make the guitar play more in tune with itself. You can tune it, you can tune a fish, but you can't tune a tuba? I don't know, sorry. Yeah, I'm a guitar guy. So I get that notch in there. Pencil on top. And then we go. I have a coarse and a not so coarse file, and a fine and a super fine file. And they all kind of get used at different points. But this rolling motion is gonna help smooth off this edge. Have a nice path for the string to lay on and not be super pointy and delicate. I mean, this bone is tough, but it does wear out eventually after string changes, playing a lot, and that extra friction can cause string breakage, buzzes. It can mess whatever intonation we do have going, and is all around not ideal. So there's a quick intonated saddle. This is the bass side of the instrument, this is the treble side. So the bass side is generally close to the string holes, and then it reaches the furthest forward on the G. The B string cuts back to like right here, and then the E string is at the full forward side of the saddle. And if you look at any electric guitar, it follows a similar setup. Due to the thicknesses of the string, like I said, that's kind of the general outline of an intonated instrument. And then we just clean it up. I will grab a different file. a little more surface area. And just kind of around the corners. You know, that rotating motion, pushing through and keeping everything nice and steady and even. Then we go through with our sandpaper. I usually use 320, and I use the same piece for a long time so it gets finer and finer. Try to remove some of the file marks. I try to leave the pencil on until the very end. Again, so I'm keeping my 12-inch radius intact as much as possible. I'm not pushing that intonated portion forward or back. Eventually, I'll hit the top and take it to the buffing wheel. At the end of all that, it's nice and shiny and looks like this. Kind of hard to see in the light. But ideally, there are no file marks anywhere. It shines really nice, and it looks great. These aren't super like valuable, collectible, Smithsonian grade instruments. So a little bit of personal touch like that is generally okay, especially since it didn't even have a wood bridge to start with. With guitars, you sometimes have to try to build it back, is exactly how it was made. If you're a collector or you're looking to have an investment piece, sometimes you just have to hold off on those personal touches for the sake of authenticity. Depends on the person, depends on the collector. Some people just like a cool looking saddle. That's fine too. Again, nice tight fit. So this one is oversized. Like we said, I always leave like an extra millimeter to take off. So then we grab this fun little race car thing. Everyone else in the store likes it. It's fun. We'll let the portion of saddle protrude that we want to take off, and it basically just holds it square. Yeah.
Do you want to show it?
A little bit. It's
Yeah.
well, sure.
Say warning camera movement.
Warning camera movement. So this is our bench stone. This has 120 grit sticky sandpaper on it, and you do that, and you do that until it's done. It's just very flat.
Very true.
Very true. Just like my fine co-workers at Heid Music. So you sand. Ideally, you change your sandpaper beforehand so it's fresh and it cuts well. This is where you want fresh sandpaper. And then when you start hearing the little bearings rotating and you don't feel resistance anymore, that's how you know it is pretty much to the point that you set it to. I don't mind if this takes me 2-3 shots because I do not want it to be too short after all this effort. Because the customers did not pay for a saddle with a shim, they paid for a solid bone saddle. So if you need a shim, you're starting over. Doesn't matter. And that's just how I try to live my life, you know? Shim free. It's fine in a setup, you know, if you tell them, yeah, a little bit of shim, we'll be fine.
Sorry.
Woo. Perfect. So we bring it back up to pitch, or at least the outer strings, just to get a ballpark. I'm not going to worry about bringing everything all the way to pitch. You want to have a super accurate reading for now.
Doing that, Matt, Cameron wants to know if he can we get Matt's take on how he shims with business cards on his Jazz Masters.
The neck, I'm assuming.
Yeah, could we get a little bit more clarification?
Yeah. Well, that's different. Do not shim with partial. Well, I think I might have one cooked up. Yeah,
He also said earlier that next time he visits Wisconsin, he has like 5 or 6 guitars.
sounds good. All right, I don't have everything cooked up ahead of time, but partial neck shims will only mess up your electric. This is technically a partial shim, but I use oak veneer or maple veneer, not the stuff with the sticky side on it. Super easy to cut up. Sometimes you have to glue two together, but a full pocket shim is really the only way to properly shim a real guitar's neck. You'll get a hump at the extension here. If this is where assuming this is a Jazz Master, a Tele, Strat, whatever, if you only put your shim on the end here and you screw it down and it has all that string tension on it, it doesn't take long, but there will be a hump in it. This will press into the heel on the underside, it'll press into the body, so eventually it'll go away. Whatever shim you did, it'll distort your extension, and when you bring it to me for a fret level or a fret replacement, I go, yeah, we got to take off a lot of material here, or we need a fret replacement because it's kicked up way too hard. So only full pocket neck shims. You can buy them from StewMac. You can buy a maple veneer online, but that is the proper way to do it. Unless it's like a super cheap, inexpensive, like garage sale guitar for someone to just kick around in the basement, then maybe I'll do that. But on a real instrument, full neck pocket shims. Same thing with extensions here too, on acoustics.
He says, definitely right. He ruined the higher frets on his first Jazz Master.
Yeah, I didn't quite believe it at first, but when I took one of my guitars to a tech and that's what they did, by the time I knew how to refret, I said, oh, well, this happened. It was only been like 2 years, and so it doesn't take long to do, for the damage to be done. And there's a way to go about it: buy a new neck, sand everything off, make it flat again. But it's just best to not mess with it in the first place. But yeah, excellent point. All right, so we just have the ease on. The neck is fairly straight. Tilt it back a little bit. That'll affect our measurement a little bit, but we're gonna be so far off anyway. We're about 2 3/4 mil on the treble side, 3 1/4 on the bass side, always measuring at the 12th fret. Just because why not? It's the center of the neck. It's what everyone else does. Just be cool. Measure at the 12th fret. My favorite measuring tool is this Music Nomad fret rocker. I've had it for 3 years. It's awesome, heavy duty. You can use it to see if you have a fret that's out of alignment. Should address that later. A little bit of rock. They make a regular string height measuring tool. It's not as good as this one. It's thinner. This is nice and sturdy. Music Nomad makes great anything you need. So that's what this is in the drill. Make string changes fast. So with our measurements kind of roughed in, it needs to come down like a millimeter. the total string height. So you wash, rinse, repeat until this is the right size, and then you're done. Then you got to clean up all this extra glue that you left sit for too long and put off till the very end, and that's all good fun. But that's what I've been working on. Lots of bridges. It's been cool. Nice and repeatable because they're all pretty much the same. Get to really practice on that. Not that I'm practicing on customer instruments, but I'm getting efficient at it. And they're just so crispy. I'm really happy with how they're turning out. But yeah, that's roughly how you make an acoustic bridge.
Now, what butt cake did you get?
Chocolate.
Chocolate butt cake.
Yeah.
How long have you been repairing?
I've been.
Repeat, I don't know if they heard. Repeat the question.
How long have I been repairing? 3 years, going on 4 here at Heid. 3 or 4 years before that, and I've been taking my guitars apart for as long as I've been playing them. So it's one of those cool things where you can kind of work your way into a job. I started part-time at another shop, got good enough where I could work full-time, and working there, lots of great online resources. I've worked my way into neck resets and making new bridges and doing cool restorations in addition to just basic fretwork, nuts and saddles, kind of the meat and potatoes of being a repair shop, really. So yeah, it's been fun. Something new every day. These guitars have the same-ish bridge on them, but they're all different. Like I said, this one had the bridge plate that needed to be removed. The other ones, I just put a patch on it. So yeah, every repair is a little bit different, so you have to be prepared to kind of zig and zag when you have to.
Nice.
Cool.
Aaron said you're literally building bridges.
Yeah.
You can sigh. You can look in the camera. But
Aaron. No.
nice. Okay, I need my mic back.
Cool.
You're still on camera. Dings in the chat for Matt. Wave, Matt. Say goodbye. Great job. Great job. That's Matt, everyone. Dings in the chat. That was awesome. That was killer. We got to do that more often. If you're up for it.
Yeah, sure.
I know originally you're like, I don't know, I had nothing to say. That was honestly probably more popular than anything we've done so far. That was so cool.
Yeah. I don't know, it's weird. It's, you see an acoustic, you don't think it should be able to come apart.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like anything else, right? You'd think a lot of this stuff is just sort of supposed to be together, but all this stuff comes apart and needs to get fixed. It needs to get repaired. It needs to be maintained and have maintenance and all that kind of stuff. So that's awesome. That's Matt, everyone. The lovely Matt. The magnificent Matt. The magnificent Matt minute. The thing is Molly minute is an M alliteration. So we got to. I did, yeah. Then I realized the M's, we got to think of we got to branch out.
Minute is 2 syllables, mat is 1. That's why Molly minute. 2 syllables, 2 syllables.
Molly minute. The Matt. Moments with Matt is good. Galen said that. That's really good, yeah. The Mega Matt moment. That's pretty good. Matt's magnificent. That's it. The Matt chat. That's pretty good. I like that. The Matt chat. We can get away from the M. I like the Matt chat. Molly Minute and sometimes Matt. That's good too. No, that's awesome. I'd love to do that more and more. Yeah, whatever you feel comfortable with, Matt, but I think everyone loved that. Everyone's sick of seeing my mug, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, I don't know how to follow that up, frankly. That was so cool. I was just sitting here just watching the stream here, just being like, whoa, cool. I never get to see you work because I'm working too. So it's cool to watch that. Hey, Hey, I'm pretending to work too. But yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know. I mean, I was gonna work on a bass clarinet. I got one right here. But I mean, we got like 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left. I think we're just gonna, in lieu of a half birthday, we're just gonna call it there, I think. Matt chat is solid. I think we do a Matt chat. The Matt chat. The Matt chat with Matt. Because it's unnecessary, and that's what I do. We just call it the Matt chat, featuring Matt.
Well, if it's chat, I could maybe feature other people too.
That's true, yeah.
Like person on the street.
Yeah. You can, because it's before we open, we could do the Matt chat with Matt. You can go outside and there's no one there. You just, well, back to you. Or you could do guitar stuff. Walking by at the moment, yeah, that's pretty good, yeah. Yeah. Kathy, how do you feel about bridges? I like to drive over them. No, not those bridges. You fool! You foolish fool! Joe says the Matt chat with Matt, featuring Matt, who chats. That's pretty good. Just keep going, yeah. Every time, the Matt chat, and the next one is the Matt chat featuring Matt. Well, this has gone off the rails. What a better way to end our half birthday stream. With absolute chaos and goofiness and just silliness. Anyways, well, thanks everyone. This has been a lot of fun. I feel like I didn't have to do anything. I just was here for half of it, and everyone else did all the heavy lifting. So thanks, Molly. Thanks, Matt, who walked away. He's gone already. He's doing work. He's like, I'm out of here. And I do actual work. So thank you, chat. Thank you, everyone. Literally, thank you so much. This has been 26 consecutive streams. I was thinking about that last night. 26 weeks, not missing one. That's, first of all, it doesn't feel like it. It kind of flew by. I mean, I'm looking here. I mean, there's 26 people. There's 26 people right now in the chat. How funny is that? I think I saw it get up to 29 at one point. So that's pretty cool. So thank you all so much for joining and hanging out and seeing those. Thank you so much for the marketing team, Leah, John, Maggie, for all your help and just all the amazing work you do in the back end and making this happen. Dings in the chat for them, Leah, John, Maggie, dings in the chat, because this doesn't happen without them. Absolutely. If you've seen those videos and stuff, the previously on videos and whatnot, that's all them, and they're good. The editing's funny. I think at one point, I forget who I talked to, but I just said, I don't mind if you make me look dumb as long as it's funny. And boy, did they take that and run. They knew the assignment. I gave them permission and they said, yep, say less. And then they said, no, say less on stream. Legit, stop. But anyways, so thank you all so much. I'm going to be done because we're pretty close to being done, and I'm going to say less. So anyways, thank you so much. 26, here's to another million. And as I always say, keep her going and keep her good. See you later.
Let us help you find your melody at Heid Music.